So we're back with another tricky one, and what we're trying to do is replicate this cutout right here down the length of this key. And so there's not necessarily quite a lot of steps, but quite a lot to understand here. And so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to create a linear pattern down this and make this tooth basically replicate itself 19 times, because that's how many will fit down the length of this key. Now, the feature, we're going to be making a linear pattern of this feature, not a part. And then the direction will be along this edge right here. So it's important to recognize that we're going to be clicking this edge, like this corner right here, not this face and not this face, but this edge. So the direction will be the edge of extrude 7. Also, when we're selecting the pattern to replicate, we need to know that we're going to be doing extrude 9. The easiest way to get that in there is going to be to select it from the list on the left rather than clicking it in the part, because it is something that we cut out. And then the distance for that is going to be this weird number right here, 7.5 times pi divided by 9. And I want to talk for just a moment about where that number comes from. So when we made our spinner, which was this guy right here, you'll remember that it's got some teeth in it. And there are actually 9 of these teeth that go all the way around. And the diameter of this circle, if I was to spin it up here, the diameter of this circle was 7.5. And so in order to get our key to match our spinner, we need to do a little formula, a little bit of math, and get the diameter of the spinner, which is 7.5 times pi, because it's a 7.5 millimeter diameter pitch. So we need the circumference of our spinner, not the diameter, I'm sorry. The circumference is going to be the diameter times pi. So that's 7.5 pi. And then we're dividing by 9 because we have a total of 9 teeth on our spinner. And so that will help the program match the pattern of the teeth on the key to the pattern of the teeth on the spinner. And so that's where that funky number comes from. And again, we want this instance count to be 19 because that's how many teeth will fit down the length of our key. And so the first step to getting to the linear pattern is to come up here to this deal right here. And previously we used the circular pattern for the spinner. This time we want linear pattern. We don't want to pattern a part. We want to pattern a feature, which is this cutout right here. And so I can't click the cutout. See, it doesn't work because there's nothing there. But that was extrude number 9 when we cut that out. So I can select it here and it will drop it in there for me. Then the direction, got to be super careful here. We want to make sure we click that edge, not this face and not this face. So the direction is going to be along that edge. The distance we know needs to be 7.5 pi divided by 9. And again, that came from the diameter of our spinner times pi to get the circumference, and then divided by the number of teeth. Let me pause for 1 second and see what's going on with that number. It looks like I assumed that I could put pi in without the multiplication symbol there. I think we need the multiplication symbol to make that work. So 7.5 times pi divided by 9. And then that's going to work out like that for us. Again, the instance count is 19. And you'll see, of course, that it likes to do this to me. It's going the wrong direction. So we'll click this backwards arrow there. And then we want to make sure we click apply per instance. So if we don't click apply per instance, it just puts the red marks there indicating that it would cut it out. When we click apply per instance, then it actually does cut it out. So let's double check and make sure that that's all that we need to do for that one. I think it is. And that's going to put us on to our last step. That's a mouthful for this one. That's quite a lot to do. And again, there's been a couple things in this build that took me a couple tries before making the video to make it work. This is one of them. So if you've got to give this a try a couple times or redo it or whatever you got to do, I did too.